coming up to you before the game, like, yo, make sure you film me. Make sure you film me, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, bro, make sure you get that. Hey, I'm gonna do this nasty little jelly layup, man. Get me, bro.
I be telling them, like, if you gonna say something like that, you better do something. Like, don't make me look for you and then you're sitting on the bench. Like, the worst thing is after a game where a kid DMs you and is like, yo, did you see me sitting down? I'm injured right now, but did you get any flicks? I was like, no, I didn't. And you didn't talk to me during, before, or after the game in person.
Oh,
so how would I have known?
Respectful, man.
Look you up. It's
Yeah,
trash.
he said, yo, does he not realize that your whole purpose is there so you can film the game, not the bench? Come on, guys. Come on, little man. I'm assuming this is a
I
high.
gotta use that.
So do you film only high school and you film college too, right?
Yeah, any and everything, man. I've done middle school, high school, college, WNBA stuff, just whatever it is.
Did you get the WNBA stuff from Jed, or that was just your own networking stuff?
Nah, that's for a platform that was called WNBA Kicks. I don't know if you heard of it.
I'm a little familiar with it.
Yeah, so they were kind of functioning like Ball is Life. None of us got paid, but we got access into these WNBA games to just get content. Obviously of sneakers and stuff like that, because that's all that covers, like fashion and shoes and stuff like that. But whatever else we wanted to get in those games, that was it. So I was the representative for the Mystics.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So tell us about these Team Durant games that you filmed before. What was that experience like?
Team Durant and Team Takeover Women's.
And Team Takeover.
Yeah.
Let me not forget Team Takeover.
Shout out to Team Takeover. Durant came about, again, from my friend Murphy Designs. We actually went to high school together in 9th grade, like a long, long time ago. I went to Eleanor Roosevelt for a couple years. And after I left, went to boarding school and then went to college, we circled back around when I got back to the DMV. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry. I circled back around when I got back to the DMV and we linked up. And she told me she was in charge of this AAU team. And so she asked me to join the team. I traveled with them on the EYBL circuit for a little bit and got some really good content. For TakeOver, that was interesting because Maddie, you know little Maddie McDaniel?
Yeah.
So her mom often commented on my work and said that, her daughter liked my stuff. So I went out of my way one day to just film her.
Is she basketball mom? Like something on Instagram?
Nah, that's not her. That's another lady. Her handle is my Maddie3 or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, she was like, my daughter loves your work. So I was like, oh, okay, bet. I'll come pull up to a workout and see what's up. So I filmed her working out. I talked to the TakeOver Girls director and just started to build a relationship with them. And this has been pretty cool. So now I'm just trying to show as much love to all the kids in the area and all the programs as possible. Because I feel like there's some like tension in between programs, and I just want to show that everybody deserves, some shine.
All right, Bruce, you want to get the next one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely weird because, like, even now, you still have people, like, getting poached or, people changing programs willy-nilly.
Yeah.
And just from your side, just from the media, just like me, what is your opinion on that? And especially, like, now when you have people that's transferring just out the ass, just getting in the portal, do you think that kind of, like, damages, basketball at any level?
Yeah. I think it's interesting because some of these top AAU programs, I was talking to one of the parents about this. Like, you got to realize that people who run these programs, like, that's all they do. That's their livelihood. So you have, like, a Nike contract or whatever contract, and that's what your bread and butter is. So you're going to do whatever it takes to sustain your family, your way of living and stuff like that, no matter what the cost is. And it's unfortunate, but it's just something you got to remember, that everything is a business at the end of the day, and it's hard to come by programs or people that are just really truly into it just because they want to see someone do better. So yeah, it kind of sucks.
I wanted to ask you. I seen you got the Ball is Life T-shirt. Are you in any way have you ever worked with them? Are you affiliated with them, or are you just like a fan?
Definitely a fan. Always been a fan since those mixtape days. I guess like John Wall, Kill Carr, like watching those.
Yeah, Kill Carr one, legendary.
I don't even know. Was that who mixtape or was that Ball's Life?
That was Ball's Life. That's Ball's Life's most viewed video.
Oh yeah. So just like watching stuff like that, I've always been a fan. But really tapping into this women's side of basketball, I've started to get a lot more opportunities. So a friend of mine, The Real J Will on Instagram, she's a pretty popular freelance photographer, and she now is in charge of the women's side for Ball is Life. And I met her on the EYBL circuit. We built up a relationship, a rapport, and pitched her ideas pretty frequently, stuff that we could here. So going back to the takeover thing, like I pitched a video for Angel Reese, Mira McLean, and Maddie McDaniel, because they're all McDonald's All-Americans, but they all play for TakeOver. So I was like, why don't we tell some sort of story like that? And so, we bounced ideas back and forth. And I guess now you can say I'm sort of a content creator for them, but it's just pretty cool having this relationship. So she sends me care packages every now and again with shirts and shorts and socks. So I feel like I'm part of the fam.
Nice. Ball's Life. Shout out to Ball's Life. We've definitely. I don't know about you, Brooks, but I've been a huge fan since I was like 11 years old or like middle school. Whenever the first time I seen a Ball's Life mixtape videos, they don't make them like they used to.
Nice. Put me on.
Yo, Free, man, you are the last of a dying breed, man, because I feel like high school basketball tapes, like mixtapes, like that era is kind of like shifting now, or maybe I'm just out of the loop. Like, what do you think has been the biggest difference in the basketball mixtape game, like in the last let's say 10 years?
I feel like before, like in the Akil Carr era, like it was something that nobody else could do. Like Hoop Mixtape and Ball is Life were the only ones putting out these type of videos, and it was something to kind of aspire to. But once people started to figure out that you can do stuff with your phone or with your camera that you have just sitting around the house, then I feel like it got like super saturated, honestly. I think there are a lot of creative people out there doing some different stuff, but like literally my whole timeline is just mix after mix after mix after mix. So for me personally, I'm trying to stray away from that. As a creative person, I don't like to be, again, stuck in one particular box. So every time I go somewhere, I like to have some sort of plan to make a story of some sort. Like not just me standing on the baseline and getting highlights, because everybody can do that. I'm more interested in everything happening around the game to tell the bigger story and not necessarily being first.
So it's not just being, like you said, not just being first, but being more like a storyteller. That's the most important thing to you right now.
Yeah. So mixtapes, they're cool, but not necessarily for me. Unless I'm pressed and just want to get something out there, but that's rare these days.
Would you say that like any player can have a mixtape, or do you have to have a specific game? Because I realized that the videos that catch on the most are the ones with the dribble moves, the one with the jelly layup. Like now, basically everyone's doing that, like even 7-footers. But back then, it was like only point guards like having highlight tapes. Do you think that that's has that died now? Anybody can have their own mixtape, or do you still like need a specific type of game to have a lit mixtape like that?
What I try to tell people who I film is like, this tape is going to look as good as you play. So if you try hard and if you are like really expressing certain emotions on your face or whatever, like that's just only going to enhance the video. But a lot of people just want to see themselves play, and then when they get the video back, they're happy with it because they're in the video, but like it doesn't look like it could look, So the joints the reason why Akil Carr and John Wall and stuff, that shit is so amazing. Excuse me, it's
No,
so
you good,
amazing because they were doing some out of this world stuff. Like you don't see a 5'3" point guard dunking the ball often, so that's why it looked good. So anybody can get one, but I feel like it's only as good as you are, and there's no way to hide because it's on tape.
Yeah, honestly, that's like the just like every other content creator, you know, a lot of people are going to be, it's a struggle to find original content, but if you are going to do something where it's been done several times, the only way for it to stand out is if it stands out, if you're good, if you're, you know, unique with it. Another thing you mentioned, storytelling, like you got to be super unique with everything with that kind of stuff. And you know, and I seen a handful of the videos you do, man, and they're dope, bro. They bring back because I stopped watching these highlight tapes, like in general, like mixtapes like for everybody for a minute. It brought back like Capital Hoops memories, you know. Y'all remember Capital Hoops?
Yeah, Capital Hoops, that's my guy, Mark.
Swoosh, eyeball. Swoosh, Capital Hoops. Yeah, that shit was crazy, man.
God, bro.
What about Capital Hoops, man? You have any contact with anybody from Capital Hoops?
Yeah, Mark is cool. Mark is a guy. I think he has a kind of a unbreakable plan. So he's just been so big in the community for I think like 10 plus years now. So I just really admire what he does. If I were in his position, would I do things the same way? Probably not. But like he just has something that's working for him, and I love it.
Speaking of Mark, you know, he's kind of like a Baller's Life Hoops mixtape type of guy because he's been doing this like Free said for like 10 plus years. Mm-hmm. Him, you know, DMV Elite, and then like he's kind of like the new gen. Him, you know, Remy, 2K Forbes, Justo Shoots, like a lot of these guys kind of like we're all just like their babies for real. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to do what we do without Mark at Capital Hoops.
Oh, they
and even now he has a whole team of shooters that just go to games. Like he used to this is one guy, and now he's got like 3-4 people that can shoot games,
right?
Tweet and all that good stuff. So you know he's an OG. He's a true OG of this video game in the DMV at least.
Back in the day, man. Back in the day, that was back when. Dude, videos were kind of rare, you know. Like back then, you know, to get your own highlight tape like that, you had to get it from the school. You had to get it from like Huddle.com or something like that. So that was definitely an innovating moment in sports. But Free, man, I wanted to ask you a question, bro. Where were you, and what was your exact reaction when you found out the NBA season would be postponed?
I don't remember, but I was probably in my apartment watching TV and was like, damn. That's really all you can say.
Damn.
And then like for a couple of days after I saw the note, I was flipping through the TV. I'm like, damn, I can't even like mindlessly watch sports anything. Like, that's like my routine. Like I'll edit and not really watch the NBA game in the background, but it's just on. And if I want to look up and see something cool, I'll do that. But now it's like I have to watch Patrick Ewing in the 80s on NBA TV get buckets. Like it's trash.
Were you happy to see that the Jordan documentary was getting pushed up to
April 19th, bro? Let's go, man. Yes. I can't wait.
I was thinking to myself, I was like, dude, I know it's supposed to come out in June, but like they have to realize it's time to put this out like now. And when I saw the announcement, I was like, yes, it's time.
Is that something that you're interested in doing in like, you know, 30 for 30 type of things, or you know, what?
Yeah, definitely. That's honestly what I want to do, man. Like I said, I just want to tell stories. So the bigger the story, the longer it takes to put it together, like that's what I'm interested in. Because I feel like the best stuff comes out when you put the most work into it. And again, mixes are cool, but you can make those in 20 minutes. I'd rather be gathering content for days and weeks and months and then put out something that people can like really put into the archives and watch over and over again. You know what I mean?
See, that's one of the reasons that Tiger King, it has nothing to do with sports, obviously, but one of the reasons that was such a successful documentary is because that is years of just all types of in-depth content. Like, it tells the story from every angle. You got videos of everything in there. And it's not something you can tell when you watch a video. You can tell the ones that somebody just slapped together and put out in 20 minutes versus the ones that somebody been pouring years of their time into one project. And whoever that filmmaker is, that guy, he made his living, his career already just off of that one documentary alone. It's the #1 show on Netflix. Y'all should both watch the chance. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Y'all definitely like it, man. But do you have like any I think you kind of covered some of the like inspirations in the video game?
Definitely 8i Media. I don't know if you guys are hip to 8i.
He's tough.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm a very good camera guy and I know a lot of things, but it's just something about the way he puts videos together that is just like, yo, no matter how good I get, I'm not going to be able to do what he does. And I want to be able to, like, create that for myself, you know? Right. So when I first started, I was trying to copy everything that he did. Trying to figure out little previews for all audiences in the beginning of my video and the credits at the end just to make it feel like my video was better. So he's probably, like, the biggest influence I have in that particular sector. Other influences, probably this guy named Cam Look. I don't know if you're hip to him. He's an Asian guy.
Cam Look.
What's his? Hold on, bear with me real quick.
Flattery meets imitation, or whatever the saying is, because Free talking about, you know, wanting to emulate 8i. When I put out that PVI mix, that I was like, man, I like the way that he was, you know, he had Ish's interview stuff on there, so I wanted to do something like that.
Right.
So that's why I have all my interviews in the background of my video. So, you know, that's the greatest form of flattery right there, imitation.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough. Oh, the dude I was talking about, his name is Cool Mac.
Cool Mac.
I don't know if you heard of Cool Mac. He's from the Bay Area, but like now he does this thing where his videos are all pictures. So
really?
Like his highlights are just from holding down the shutter button and getting a lot of pictures, and then he'll put everything together into a mix. But it has like a unique like flicker
movement,
effect
right?
to it. Like
I think I know what you're talking about.
Murphy Designs do that. Someone from here does that too.
I mean, maybe. But no one does it like this guy. Like this,
yeah.
This dude is like...
What's it? Cool Mac, you said?
Yeah, KOOLMAC.
Okay.
If I'm thinking of it correctly, it's kind of like how they had this one video of John Morant, and I think it was Grizzlies versus Lakers, where like it was just photos the whole time, but it was focused on the ball, like a kind of like a warp stabilizer of the ball, but it was all pictures. You know what I'm talking about, right?
That was probably him. Like I don't know how he started doing that. Well, I know how he does it, but I don't know when he started doing it. But I think that's his unique signature now.
That's that's Cool Mac's signature look?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Oh, bro, he did make this. This is exactly what...
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
He's tough. And again, like, these guys, they go outside the norm of what it means to be a photographer or videographer by just kind of doing their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say you have your own signature kind of edit or anything like that? Or no, what's Free Alexander's signature thing?
I think for me, it's like no crazy effects. The way I shoot, the different angles and stuff that I institute to the video, I think that's my signature. I've had a couple of people come up and tell me they've seen some videos that didn't have like my tag on it or anything like that, but they could pick out that I shot it. You know what I mean? So I guess it's like the feel of the video, and again the angles and stuff. But it's pretty cool.
You're more of a shoot to edit kind of person than like throwing a bunch of crazy effects on it.
Yes, absolutely.
That's dope. It actually for videographers out there that need some 2 cents, it's actually way easier to shoot to edit, so you don't have to, you know. It's like putting a suit on a butt ugly teenager. The teenager will still be butt ugly. You know what I mean? You gotta clean up well, get a haircut. You know, all that good stuff. Yo, Free Alexander, man. Before we let you go, man, we want to ask you, where do you want to take your brand? Like, what is the ceiling for you? What are your aspirations for your brand?
Honestly, guys, I feel like that changes every day.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that I want to be great. I just launched this LLC called Before Pro Media, and the Instagram page that I used was the old WCACBB page. I just switched it to my business page now. And the goal with that is to provide a kind of like a lift for highlights service. So either you can send your footage to us and we'll edit it, or you hit us up on the website or app eventually or whatever, and we can send someone to your game for a certain fee. Additionally, you can make these profile videos, which is kind of like a recruitment video that allows an athlete who's kind of getting offers or something like that to a well-rounded view of who they are as a athlete and as a person.
Oh, so kind of like with Carlos and what's his name, the other guy from Gonzaga, Josiah.
Yeah. So stuff like that. So I'm really trying to, now that I think about it, monetize like platforms like Vice and stuff like that, like telling stories. Like I want to get paid for that, but I also want to give lower tier athletes an opportunity to get on a platform. So the pitch is like, you come to us, we make you this, we post it on our social media channels, so that you can get some visibility. Also send you a YouTube link so that you can send it out to coaches and stuff like that. We take care of all that for you and really help you like with your social branding. You know what I mean?
And there's not nobody else is out here doing that, man. So that right there is It would be very unique, man. You're already going up with the work and throwing some new, unique, innovative stuff. It'll only take you, 3 or 4 times higher. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Free Alexander, man. Thanks for coming by to the Hear Me Out interview on Skype.
Yes,
keep up the good work, man. I'm like an aspiring videographer myself, man. So I definitely be reaching out with for some advice in the next couple of days, man. I want to break.
Well, let me ask you this, like,
yeah, go for it.
People have low-key been hitting me up, like saying, I should start a class or something like that. But I'm debating, like, would you be more interested in creating a program that at the end of it, you'll become like a verified sports videographer, or are you more interested in a more general type of class where I'm just teaching you how to use your camera? Like, do you want the lessons to lead to something, or do you just want someone to talk to?
For me, personally, it's more the general everything, like angles, camera work, editing work, like general stuff, not really anything specific or verify whatever. Like if you had a class, like let's say you had like a course, sign up for $50, $100, whatever your price would be, I would do something like that. Like, or even just like have like one-on-one like mentoring sessions and stuff like that. Like if you had a class, that would be dope. That would be hella dope, because people know that it's not just coming from some random dude that just trying to make some bread. Like, you know what you're doing. You've been doing what you've been doing for some time. So people will respect where you're coming from. And anybody that's seen your profile knows that you know what you're doing. A class would definitely be smart. Not only for people that want to do basketball highlights, but for people that want to vlog, for people that want to do cooking shows. Like, camera work can go into anything. It can go into broadcasting on video games and stuff for all we know. You know what I mean? Like, any type of camera work, that would be dope. Like a class, that would be super dope.
Yeah, I completely agree. Even when you had like on your old page, when you had the IGTV with your dad, and he was talking about like how to get the correct lighting for your camera.
Oh yeah.
that was really dope, and I wish it was still on your page or like I could find it somewhere because I wanted to I wanted to check that out and make sure I knew what I was doing with my own camera.
Mm-hmm.
That's got me thinking because I've been BSing. Like, do I really want to sit here and make all these tutorial videos or teach or whatever? But people keep asking, so I feel like that's definitely something that I would want to do. So if you see an IG live where I'm sitting there trying to teach people, tune in.
Hell yeah. Nah, dude,
Yeah.
check this out. It's a searchable thing, right? Like, people are going to be searching how to this and that and that. So people are going to find you regardless of you, right? Then you throw in your network.
Right.
Then you throw in your expertise. You already got 3 things going for you with those videos, like without even really just off the top of my head. Like, and there's probably other things that you're thinking, oh, too, like I could add this, like, you know what I mean? Just off top, like, you got those 3 things going for you that would make those videos not only successful but helpful.
That's a good point, man. That's great. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Free Alexander in the building. Thank you again for stopping by, and my man, we will be in touch.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on this latest video. Hit on the notification bell for the latest on pop culture, progressive politics, and sports. See you later.